So for our first match, guys, we're going to be having for QED, we're going to be having Stod come out, who will be the red Protoss in this match, and he's from the Gold League. And then for Team Knight, we've got TN Fate, who is a gold level random player. Alright, so would you like to do the introductions for the players whilst I get this all set up?
Okay, so in the bottom corner we have QED Stod, spawning as Protoss, and in the top corner we have TN Fate.
Fantastic. Alright, I'll just
Good luck, have fun.
fix this up.
I never knew there were random players who actually played random. Oh my god.
Alright. There we go. Alright, overlay is all fixed and ready to go, guys. After last week, I did spend a bit of time on Photoshop just cracking out an overlay just for this, so here we go. So, first match on, now which map's this? This is Muspelheim, isn't it? Wait, is this Muspelheim? I think so.
Bit friendly banter between the teams.
Always good to see.
The early scout to spot what race he is.
Alright. So, yeah, no, it does make it a bit hard when you do come up against a random, especially in the tournament setting, and all that poor probes that's going to die.
Wow.
I love doing that on the ladder as zerg, love it. But yeah, so it's going to be a bit hard, but Stod's probably going to be a bit more calm and collected now that he at least knows who he's playing. And of course, Fate would just needed to have waited to find out what race he was playing in order to choose what strategy he'll be going for. And it looked like that pool was thrown down on 13 or 14. Probably more likely to be. That was quite early pool, wasn't it?
Some 13 or 12.
Yeah.
His overload finished and he threw it down as the probe came down.
Definitely.
Well, maybe we'll see Stod do a Burke. They have one gate expo. Just trying to get it back in fashion.
Yeah, no, I wonder if, so there's that early hatch. So I wonder if it'll come down to that Stefano style that is quite popular at the moment. I know I use it quite a lot in the matchup. And as of late, I've actually been having quite a lot of success with it. But I think that's just more, once you're able to hold off the 7 or 8 gate kind of pressure they put on, you're in a much better position. But yeah, it's a bit tense there, so we'll have to see what tech path that Fate goes for and how quickly he decides to take his third base today.
Yes. If he goes for a really fast third, he must feel very confident playing Zerg, that's for sure. Or he must just have a lot of experience playing every race.
Yep.
Because most random players always have a weak race, which is the race they're weakest at. Yeah, and unfortunately, we don't know what his weakest race is.
Yeah, nah. So the first, or the natural expansion coming up for Stod now, and the nicely placed pylon there. I actually don't mind the destructible rocks at the natural on this map. It kind of helps Protoss trying to forge fast, expand, and get that wall off up, but then later in the game when Zerg or Terran or whoever wants to kind of try and push down this kind of corridor and hit the natural, they can destroy those rocks, and if there isn't any defenses in place, it's very good timing to hit.
Well, Fate must feel pretty confident in what he's doing. He got a Ling in the base to scout everything.
Oh no.
Stod, everything. He saw the one gas. So, looks like there's going to be no aggression for a little bit.
Yeah, no third base coming up as of yet for Fate.
Double gas.
Yeah, so maybe we might be seeing some kind of maybe 2 base muta play or something like that, because he's... Oh no, This is him
No,
taking
there's
his
the
third now.
hatch.
There we go. Alright. So no 2-base muta on the way. So it looks like we are going to be seeing, with that gas timing as well, that that roach style.
At the moment, Stud just seems pretty collective. He's just putting all down his buildings. Bit of weird building placement though. Some gaps in this wall, and he's got his robo right at the front.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like right at the front.
Ooh.
The furthest thing out.
Yeah, that could turn out ugly. Yeah, and there goes the roach right about halfway now. So that could turn out ugly if Fate decides to press front on, as we just have a bit of connection issue here at the moment.
He does this all the time, doesn't he?
Yeah, no.
He lags out all the time.
Yeah, but for Fate, the key point of this build over any other style of build is the denial of that third base. So it's going to come down to whether Stod decides to kind of do a 2-base attack. There we go, he realises his wall off's not complete. Or if he's going to try and take an early third to try and macro up a bit, and if Fate is able to push him for that, and that overlord goes down, unfortunately.
It'll be interesting. Warp gate's finished. He has 3 gateways. He's still not mining out of his second gas yet. And it seems like he stopped production of everything a little while ago.
Yeah, no, that's alright. So Fate's third now finishing up, and he'll be starting to spread that creep just to get all those bases connected. And yeah, he'll be swinging into macro mode soon. Bit of a weird decision to build the roaches before he's saturated that third base. Not sure if he's seen... Not sure what he's seen, actually, in relation to a push. He has seen the robo facility, so he might be thinking there's some early aggression coming from that, but it doesn't look like it.
Yep. It's a bit awkward at the moment. He's about 30 supply ahead, almost, or he's getting to that point. He's pretty much... He looks pretty solid at the moment. Unfortunately, his expansion does now have... His third expansion has no drones, and it doesn't look like he's building any drones. And the observer is just... He's going in, he's scouting everything. He should see absolutely everything by the little weavy path that he's going to be taking.
Yeah, it's a nice little path, actually. It's actually managed him to actually get the most exposure with that that observer as well. The decision for Fate not to actually drone up that third is quite dire in the later stages of this game, with him trying to max out as soon as possible. Unfortunately, he did get supply blocked quite heavily, so that's not going to help his cause of trying to hit that 200 push. And the second Immortal now popping out as well, so Stod looks quite safe at the moment.
I can't figure out if you can actually run between the forge and the gateway. It looks like you can. If he makes a mistake and he moves out, that's gonna, that little gap there, that's gonna prove everything. I think he could run a lot of links through that. He's got the +1 upgrade coming. He's got more. Oh, he's got another obs coming out.
Yeah.
So he might try blink. He's got the council.
Yep, Fate throwing down a macro hatch now to try and get to that 200 supplies as soon as he can now, as he's realised he needs more money, I guess, even though he's not spending it at the moment. And so he has thrown down a bunch of drones at that third base. So he's where he should be, and double Stargate play, so it doesn't look like he's actually going to be able to deny this third. Unless these Lings can move in quickly and take the Nexus out before it gathers too many hit points.
This Overlord in a good position. He spots the 2 gas, and he doesn't quite know if the expansion has 2 gas yet, which I'm pretty sure doesn't anyway. Oh no, he does have 2 gas there too. Oh, and the Stalkers spot the Overlord before he can get in the scout.
Yeah.
The Ling's still poking the front, checking what the units are, seeing if they're gas heavy units. No sentries have been produced at all this game.
Yeah, no, Fate up to nearly 80 workers, so he'll need to be taking another base soon, because he's quite oversaturated at his third at this moment. But it does look like he has a nice saturation on his main and natural base, and the Ling's looking like they're going to come for a bit of a run by here at the moment.
He knows the third's up with the Overlord just there. But
Yeah.
Stalker's kind of just walking around. Low. The top ramp, it's not wide enough for 2 Stalkers to walk through, so they're stuck there. He's producing Phoenix.
Yeah, and
a Void Ray.
Fate actually going for Hydralisks, which is something you don't necessarily see. But it might blind counter what Stott is doing here in this double Stargate play.
You might just think he's going heavy gateways and he wants to try and get rid of that, but he's going to walk into the position where it's like, oh, Stargate. Well, that's still easy to get rid of now. He's got Grew Spines, Burrow. He's got the +1 Carapace. He's also got the Roach Speed on the way. He's looking pretty solid at the moment. He hasn't taken a 4th base yet. There it is. 4th base, top corner.
Yeah, and here comes this push, but...
Oh, the Phoenix. Oh, they get spotted.
Yeah,
immediately.
The problem is for Fate that this push isn't nearly as strong as it probably could have been. If you look at it, there's only a handful of Roaches with a handful of Hydras. I know that a bunch have just popped out at the natural expansion. But yeah, no, these Phoenix are going to do quite a bit of damage unless he kills back quickly.
He's got 1 Spore Crawler going down. It looks like he might lose our Phoenix. 2 Phoenix. 1 down.
And the
Void Ray charging up on the hatchery. Should go down if it's... Oh, he backs up a bit. No, he should just use the Phoenix to scout right now. Just go through the main. Oh, he's still got that Observer there. That's pretty... This Observer could win in the game. It's just sitting there, having a little party. Just watching everything.
Ooh, and that. Yeah, unfortunately, the Void Ray goes down there, and the massive clump comes down for Fade now, as he's still adding to it. He does have two attack, so that's probably going to fall in his favour over just the +1 for Stod. And unfortunately, Stod doesn't have any cannons at his natural, his 3rd base, sorry. So he'll need to walk up with some units and try and stop Roach from dying. And there we go.
As it is the remaining of his Phoenix. As they tried to pick off the Queen.
Yeah, unfortunately that pylon actually supply blocked him as well, so he's going to need to throw down a bunch of pylons and cannons to try and secure this 3rd base.
These zealots are sitting here watching the Lings go to work. Oh, now they're doing stuff. Oh, here comes some more Lings. So this looks like the big aggression moment. He has, I don't know, less than a page of units, and here comes, well, that's probably
this is not going to turn out well for Stott. Unfortunately, these Immortals aren't able to deal as much splash damage as they'd like, and Robotics Facility is going to fall quite quickly here, and it looks like the first game's actually going to be going with Fate.
Oh wait, here comes his first entry of the game, and there it goes.
Yeah, so unfortunately all gateways carrying down it, and Fate has free reign over this natural. I'm just going to have to quickly figure it out. Yes, Stott did have hotkeys that set up. I'm not sure if they were for his army or not. But yeah, unfortunately all those probes are going to die as well.
Yeah, doesn't look like he's in a good position at the moment. Roach just can't even fit through that gap. Wow. Yep,
so the Void Ray is trying to be the last bastion of defense here, but yeah, no, there's too many Hydras.
Yeah.
Quite impressed with how Fate was able to kind of build that many Hydras without realising the Stargates are there, so that's paid off well and truly for him against the Void Rays and Phoenix plan. Went behind Dark Shrine, but I don't know. Well, he does have quite a lot of gas, so he'll probably be able to bust out a bunch of DTs, but it looks like he's lost too much.
Yeah. And there you go, Fate catching the first glimpse of the Stargates.
And the final Nexus going down now, so there's not much else Stott can do, but GG and tap out here.
Rogues making their last ditch stand. Unfortunately, they weren't as OP as they thought they were. There's the GG bot there.
Alright, so game 1 going to TN. Alright, so we're on Entombed Valley this time. And would you like to kick us off with the introductions once again?
Okay, so in the bottom corner we have TN Fate, and spawning as Zerg once again. And so in the top corner we have QED Fridge.
Yeah.
Oh, he even says he's Zerg. He's being nice.
Yeah, hopefully Fridge won't think that this is a psych out tactic of some sort. But yeah, I'd assume Fridge would end up scouting anyway, just to see what kind of timings you go for, and hopefully, if Fate does decide to go for that Roach style again, he'll be able to hold it off a bit better than Stud was able to last time. And Fridge is a Platinum Protoss, I do believe, for QED. So yeah, this is where it all comes down to, I guess.
Can he take the Zerg out? The random player, can he do it?
Yeah, so really nice job there by Fate in that last game. Being able to kind of get that third before it was properly defended probably ended up winning him the game, I guess. Being able to get those lings in and kill those few probes and seeing what was what just gave him the confidence to be able to push forward, and then the Hydralisks also destroyed any threat that was going to come from the double Stargate play that came out from Stod.
Which he blindly countered anyway. He could have just been going for the big old school Roach Hydralisk ball.
Yeah, no, I missed that. But yeah, Colossus just too good.
Yep. If you can scout out, they're going Gateway Heavy. Roach Hydra's still a good mix.
Yeah, so Fate going for pull first twice here.
Yep.
And it looks like Fridge isn't going to be able to block this hatch, which is probably something he would have liked to have done. But yeah, no, that's one of the advantages of going pull first, I guess, is you kind of throw your opponent off and they have to try and go and find out what's happening. And it looks like is this a scouting drone, or is this to go and take that really quick third?
It doesn't have a path yet. No, it could be going for the fast third. He's going for the fast third. He's going complete eco.
Right, unfortunately, yeah. If Fridge is able to scout this properly, he's going to pretty much punish Fate the exact same way that he punished me on ladder the other day when I did the exact same thing to him. Where, yeah, he just hits with a really nice and strong +1 Zealot timing. And yeah, no, that did it. And will Fate be able to deny the probe vision? Oh, pulling off that second Zergling, he's not going to do it. And
he goes up. He's going for the scout, and he sees the third.
They're about halfway done. That Forge finishing up now, and I can nearly guarantee that. Yep, there goes the gas for Fridge. So I can nearly guarantee that it's going to be a +1 Zealot kind of pressure to try and kill the Queen or do as much damage as he can to that third. And it'll all come down to if Fate is able to defend it and how many Queens he's going to be able to get out.
Well, if he goes for really gateway heavy aggression early, which he can do because he did do a 1-gate expo, and Fate still hasn't quite figured out where he is. He's sending a Ling to scout now. He's literally scratching his head now. He's wait. I must be over here now. He's out at the top corner.
As Zerg is in the last position you look, unfortunately it's often also the last position they can spawn on the map in most cases. And there we go, the Chronobus going down on that warp gate. Ooh, and that poor Zergling
The Ling spots it, but he doesn't know that Fridge went gateway first. So all he saw was Forge, gateway, Cyber. So he could think that's like, oh yeah, he's just going for a simple Forge fast expo. But he could go for a really heavy gateway aggression really early. Yeah, and even if it's,
as you were saying, even if the +1 Zealot timing doesn't do as much damage, the following 7 or 8 gate kind of pressure, it's quite hard to hold off.
Yep, especially on this map.
Yeah, you gotta be.
Zerg bases are split.
Yeah, exactly. And you got to be really on top of your injects, and you got to try to kind of preemptively destroy the rocks in order to have any chance of saving that third.
Which is pretty sad. They say the weakest place to hit the strongest place to hit a Zerg is right at his bases, where all his units are streaming in from different directions.
No, definitely. Alright, so it looks like Fate is handling his drone management a bit better, and look, the Queen attacking the rocks. So he's going to be in a bit better of a position to max out as quickly as he could or can against Fridge than he did last game, just because he's going to have the extra income and he'll be able to throw down the Roach Mine and some gases soon to start busting up to lair.
And there's the 4-gate +1 harass coming in now. off 1-2 bases, so you could throw down additional gateways, but it looks like he's just going to wall himself in and go for the aggression early. He can still throw down any sort of tech behind this, because it's only 4 gateways, it's not big all-in. Kind of gets to the big all-ins when you get to 7 or 8 gateways with no other tech in sight. But he has, yeah, he's got all his fall gas coming down, so he could go into Colossus.
Yeah, and he needs to be throwing down some spine crawlers to try and hold off all these zealots and whatnot that are streaming in, but he's building a bunch of roaches, and there's a bunch of overlords as well coming out now.
So he should be able to hold this.
Hopefully, yeah, it just depends how much damage that these zealots are going to be able to do, and if Fridge decides to go all in with this. Oh, and even the 4 of the roaches that he built spawning at the base that he wanted to take out.
He goes and tries to snag Stalker, gets it. But those zealots working on those zerg wings. Unfortunately, those zealots are going to get surrounded by the looks of it. No, they pull back.
No, it doesn't look like Fridge is going to be able to do much more damage with this, unfortunately. And he's just going to pull away home now.
There's the robo.
Yeah, so nice hold there. Yeah, nice hold there from Fate as he throws up spine crawlers as well.
Could be going for a counter attack right now. He's building a lot of things in his units. He's got 21 lings and 11 roaches. He's not overcommitting to his roach count. He's going back to droning base now. 2 drones in building. He's got a lot of money saved up.
Yeah, no, he does.
Just going into lair now.
Yeah, so he's going to be a bit behind in relation to pushing with the maxed army that he wanted to. And these zealots not on pole position, unfortunately, do let in those links. But he does have quite a few stalkers actually already in position, and he's going to be able to take out this threat, and he probably will lose 1 stalker, so that's alright. But all these roaches are now busting down the wall, and he's going to need more. Fridge is going to have to fight really hard here to try and defend this. 1 roach goes down, second, third go down.
Zealots are really good against roaches if the roaches aren't moving. He's got all his stalkers in position now. He's going to repower the buildings. He's going to push this away.
Yep, speed just starting now for Fake, and unfortunately he's going to lose all of his roaches. And if we open up the units lost tab, it's pretty even at the moment, but unfortunately for Fridge, Fate is on that 3rd base, so he's going to be able to resupply and remax a lot faster, and especially with all this money banked up as well.
He's got, yeah, 1,600 left in the bank. He's taking another expansion. When this drone's probably going to take another expansion after that. Yep. He's going, taking 2 additional expansions on the amount he already has. He's got his lair. He's got burrow on the way. He's probably going to do for the big roach, burrowed roach play.
Yeah, no, he did quite a considerable amount of damage. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to totally deny the 3rd, which if he pushed out now, that'd be his main goal at that 12-minute mark. So Fridge is probably going to be able to actually take that 3rd pretty much uncontested with this push out, unless he decides to do a bit more damage than we think with it. But as I was saying, it was a nice bit of damage he was able to do. He took out those pylons, stopped the production for a while, and now he just has to kind of ensure that he doesn't spread himself too thin. Building a lot of zerglings, not building drones to saturate his base, so that's a bit of a questionable decision.
He's got 70 drones right now.
Yeah, did he see the force for Fridge moving out here, or?
Yeah, he had the watchtower.
Oh, okay,
was there
nice.
So he saw the force entries and everything. That's a lot of lings and the creep. They're pretty close to the creep. Oh, he's going for the straight counterattack. By the looks of it. No, he's just holding in the middle. Yeah, he's gonna go straight up and take out the 3rd.
Yeah, no, that's not going to be good for Fridge, actually. And so Fridge is... what's he going to do here? He needs to cancel immediately and then try and use all of his production to hold whilst counter-attacking here. Looks like that's exactly what he's doing.
Looks like he's going to do that. Oh, the Zealot.
Oh, no, and it gets past. And that's going to be quite a lot of damage. Too much, probably. Actually, he's going to kill all these probes.
Oh, no, the probes transfer just in time. He's gonna lose about 6, but if those lings just get into the other mineral line. pretty safe. Oh, the Hydralisk. Getting caught out. Force field's pretty good, but there's just a lot of Hydralisk there.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like Fridge is actually going to have to tap out of this one. Like, he's losing all his production in his main base. The Dark Shrine wasn't able to finish quickly enough, and it looks like QED might even go down here 0-2, and already having used one of their ace players in Platinum.
Yep, doesn't look like it's gonna go that well. The Lings in the middle line, there's the GG.